Namaste. Welcome to Yoga Nidra number 4 in the Crystal Cave. Preparation phase. Begin now to relax the body completely. Make all the necessary arrangements for the physical body at this time to become completely relaxed. Be sure that the blanket beneath you is completely flat, that there are no wrinkles in it. Be sure that the head is propped just so, and the hands are by the side. Really take your time to make the physical body very, very comfortable, so that in time the body won't ask you for anything, as its needs will be met. Now begin to take a few deep breaths. And with each exhale, feel the body begin to relax. Hari Om Tat Sat. Now into the relaxation phase. Again, checking in with the body and be sure that you're completely relaxed. And notice if there are any desires to move, and honor them at this time. You can slightly internally rotate the arms so the elbows don't overstretch. The palms face up. Feet hip width apart and the toes lightly splaying out. Begin to collect your attention for a few moments. And begin to repeat to yourself, I am preparing to practice Yoga Nidra. The cues are simple. I choose to remain awake and aware. I simply continue to follow the voice of the speaker. Now, mentally repeat to yourself, Yoga Nidra has now begun. Begin again by listening to the sounds most distant from you. Extend your ear far to the horizon, and letting yourself move from sound to sound without identifying any of the sounds. Like listening to a symphony without one particular instrument, but the entire space around you. Listen to the sounds more closely around you, drawing your awareness into the room. Noting any creaking in the building, any birds nearby, the person next to you. And again, the mind just moves over the sounds without identifying them. Now begin to slowly transition your awareness from outer to inner. And we use the breath to do so. So begin to listen lightly to the faint ujjayi sound of the breath. This faint ujjayi will draw you into inner awareness. Listening to the sound of your own breath. Now begin to listen deep within the body. Now moving to the sankalpa. Remember once again, sankalpa is a short, positive affirmation stated in the present tense. The key to the sankalpa is the feeling, and you generate the feeling of gratitude deep inside of your being as you create it. So any sankalpas you've been working with, or any sankalpa you'd like to try new today, begin to generate sankalpa, your heartfelt desire at this time. Repeat the sankalpa 3 times to yourself, stating your intention, and know that the sankalpa will be fulfilled. Now the rotation of consciousness. We're going to rotate the consciousness through the different parts of the body. The consciousness moves around the parts of the body, and it continues to pass over the inner landscape, the territory of the body, like a traveler on a train. You just merely note the inner landscape. You do not focus on any part, but you mind your mind and prana to move from one part to the next, just noting the inner scenery. So with an exhale, preparing to begin, and inhale, breathe in through the third eye center, down through the throat, down through right shoulder, traveler's mind to the elbow, to the wrist, all the way to the tip of the right thumb where we begin. Moving from right thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, palm, back of hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side body, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf, ankle, heel, sole, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, and then sweeping the whole right side of the body from the foot all the way to the head, and sweep down the right side of the body like a scanner. Inhale, breathe up the right side of the body and sweep. And slowly float your awareness down the entire side of the body. And sweep up the right side of the body. Come up and over and begin to float down your awareness down into the left arm. Taking your time all the way to left thumb. Move to first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, palm, back of palm, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side body, waist, hip, left thigh, knee, calf, ankle, heel, sole of foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, and sweeping the entire left side body from foot to head like a scanner, and slowly sweeping down left side of body. And breathe in up the left side of the body all the way to the ground, and exhale side body. Third time, inhale left side body all the way to the crown of the head, and then bring your awareness to the back of the body, sinking down into the right buttock, left buttock, right low back, left low back, right shoulder, left shoulder, the right side of the back, the left side of the back, spinal cord, back of the neck, back of the head, top of the head, and then with one gaze, see the entire back sweep all the way down and sweep up the back of the body and sweeping down. Continuing to follow the voice of the speaker, remaining awake and sweep up and aware. And as you're ready now, come up to the crown of the head, sweeping to the forehead, the right temple, left temple, right eye, left eye, eyebrow center, right ear, left ear, right nostril, left nostril, right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, teeth, tongue, chin, front of throat, right collar, left collar, right chest, left chest, right abdomen, left abdomen, navel, pelvis. And now sweep and see the entire front body, the entire trunk, up to the head. See it in one glimpse and sweep down. And sweep up the front of the body to the crown of the head. And sweep down. See in one glance the entire front body, sweep up and down. Visualize the whole back of the body, right side of the body, left side of the body. See awareness sweep from the crown of the head, the entire body, all the way to the toes, whole body, and up, whole body, and sweep down, whole body, and sweep up, whole body, reverse counting. Draw your attention to the breath and feel the breath come in and out of the nostrils as two separate flows. Be totally effortless, just watching your breath. See the breath rise and fall. Relaxation and awareness of breath, while remaining completely relaxed. Begin to visualize a mental alternate breath without a forcing. See the breath rising through the left and falling and exhale through the right. And inhale through the right and exhale through the left nostril. Mental Nadi Shodhana. Inhale left, exhale right. Even if the flow is blocked, you do it with the mind. Breathe in right, put your awareness, special attention, and exhale left. Guide and direct. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale right, exhale left. Begin to layer on a mental reverse counting from 27. The count will as follows. Inhale left, exhale right, inhale right, exhale left. 27. Inhale left, exhale right, inhale right, exhale left. 26. Like this, counting at your own pace, breathing at your own pace. Does not matter, continue on. If you lose count, begin again. It does not matter if you get to number 1, begin again. The key is the mental counting. So continue on like this for the next several minutes. If you lose count, begin again. So setting aside the mental nadi shodhana, and shifting into feelings and sensations. Begin now to feel an airflow into the left nostril. And feel the left nostril, a coolness coming in into the throat center. Begin to awaken the feeling of cold in the body. Feel as though the cold is penetrating into the left nostril and it's beginning to spread. Cool sensation from the throat center. With the power of feeling and sensation, harness the energy of the mind and experience deeply inside the feeling of the body coldness. Feel the cool points of the body. Continue to expand them. Begin to gradually develop and intensify this cool sensation, leading to a gentle shiver in the body. Feel the breath in the left nostril and observe the flow, and this makes your body cooler and cooler and cooler. Feel your entire body, your right arm, your left arm cold, your right leg, left leg cold. Experience the sensation in the entire body completely. And begin to release and dissolve with concentration. Feel the coolness beginning to leap out of the body. Now come to the sensation of heat. Feel the breath come in the right nostril. And as the breath comes in the right nostril, feel a warming sensation down the throat, all the way through the heart, into the navel plexus. Feel as though this right nostril is connecting directly to the navel plexus. And as you breathe into the right, it's feeding the internal fire there. And this fire that begins as a small conflagration begins to radiate and emanate a deep heat from the core of the body. Feel a sensation of heat and hotness in the armpits, in the groin, in the neck, all the warm places of the body. Continue to grow and expand. The power of feeling and concentration, sensation of the mind. Feel and experience using the power of feeling and sensation of the mind. Heat penetrating the entire body. Generation phase of heat penetrating the right arm. Heat into the left arm. Right leg. Left leg. Entire body is feeling a sensation of hotness. Continue to concentrate the mind and develop heat in the body. And then slowly exhale and release. Heat dissolves away. Repeat to yourself, I am awake, I am aware, I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Continue to listen to the voice of the speaker. Now begin to develop the feeling of heaviness. Feel a great weight come into the body. Take your awareness deep within the bones of the body, And feel the elements of earth in the body. And feel earth resting upon earth. With the power of feeling and sensation of the mind, the concentration, develop the sensation of heaviness, inertia, weightedness. The limbs are heavy. Feel as though the right arm is heavy. Left arm solid, heavy and dense. Right leg completely heavy and solid and dense. And left leg completely dense and heavy. Feel the entire trunk of the body heavy, sinking into the earth. The entire body is completely heavy. With the power of the mind's eye and the feeling and sensation, experience deeply in your being the sensation and the feeling of heaviness completely. And then just like that, with the exhale, you feel the sensation of heaviness begin to dissolve and shift into its opposite, into lightness. Develop and experience a sensation of lightness in the entire body. Feel the body become empty and hollow, looking to all the spaces in the body. Resting in space, feel the right arm become completely hollow and empty and light. The body feels as though it's floating lightly, and the left arm is completely light. With the power of feeling and sensation, generation and concentration of the mind, experience a lightness in the right leg, light like cotton. Feel the left leg light. Bring your awareness to the torso. The center cavity is completely hollow. Use the power of the mind's eye to experience a complete lightness in the body. The body is completely light. Absolute lightness. Experience the total and absolute lightness of the body. And then slowly, with the out breath, begin to release the feeling and sensation of lightness. Lightly repeat to yourself, I am awake. I am aware. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Entering the crystal cave. Now we will go into visualization phase. Imagine lying in a golden field. It's a warm summer's day, and you rest for a moment in preparation for a journey. On this journey, you are going to visit your spirit guide. Now envision your subtle body rising into the air, and as you rise into the air, you look back and you see your physical body remaining completely safe in the golden field. As you fly up into the blue sky and you see the white clouds in the distance, you experience the pure joy and freedom of flight. The energy body is painless, it's completely blissful, without sorrow, without decay. Take a moment to adjust to this new feeling. As you fly into the sky, you experience a great expanse and a warmth in your heart, a remembrance of something you always knew was there. As you fly in the sky, you come out over the great blue ocean, and you fly for some time over the ocean towards the horizon. And then, in the distance, you see an island, a small green island. And on that island, you can discern that there's a mountain, and somehow you know you must go there. So intuitively, you begin to fly to this island. And as you approach, you begin to see that it's densely forested. And there in the center, in the heart of the island, is the great mountain. Slowly you touch down on the shores of the island, and you see the thick woods in front of you. And you know you must go into those woods, and up into that mountain. So after a pause, you begin to see that there is a hole in the wood. It seems as though there's a path. And you figure that this is a good place to start as any. So you begin to make your way down through the trail. It's midday when you begin, but underneath the trees, it feels dark and cool. And as you move through the silent wood, the earth beneath your feet begins to slightly incline. And after some time, you're not sure how long you've been climbing or how long you've been there. It seems as though a very long time. You continue to go through the wood, climbing upward over rocks. And you wonder, what are you doing? All you know is to climb. Keep climbing. Keep climbing over the rocks. And you see that the trees in some time begin to thin. And that the sun has begun to set. It's late in the day. And timelessness seems as though you've been climbing for so long. You begin to doubt and wonder. But just as despair begins to fill your being, you thought you see a flicker of light there up on the side of the mountain. So filled with some hope, you continue on, you press on. The trees pass away into the upper tundra of the mountain. There on the side of the mountain you see that there's a cave. So you go to that cave. The mouth of the cave is as tall as you. However, as you look at it, it's completely dark. In that moment, you make a choice. And you step into that cave. It's not a fearful place. It's not wholly unknown. But as you walk into the cave, you begin to find your way through the darkness. The floor is smooth and the walls are smooth. Beginning to make your way deep into the cave, you see that there's a faint glow from the phosphorescence, as though the rocks themselves were warm and greeting you. And so that which is dark becomes familiar. And you begin to make your way deep into the heart of the mountain. And after some time, at the back of the cave, you find a stair. And you begin to wind downward, spiraling down, stepping down, going deep into the heart of the mountain. You wind downward and downward and downward. You feel as though you've been moving for quite some time, not sure again, questioning the way. But again, just when you begin to feel the sense of despair arise, you find that the bottom of the stair ends at a platform, and there you see a doorway. Walking to the door, you see that it is locked. And then intuitively, you know that this door is made just for you. So you reach into your inner pocket and you withdraw a key, a very special key. You have the only copy. You gently slide the key into the lock and you open the door to the crystal cave. You step into the crystal cave. Closing the door behind you and setting the key back in your pocket, it takes you a moment for your eyes to adjust. But there you see stalactites and stalagmites, gentle colors, rippling of clear light. The quality of light inside the crystal cave is like that of the clearest summer's day you can imagine. It's almost as though the light sings with its own quality and its own beauty and its own life. And there, inside of the cave you know is alive itself. So you pass through the secret chamber, and there in the center of the cave you see a reflecting pool. Intuitively, you know to go there. Sit down next to the pool and rest for a moment. And looking deep into the waters, you recall something. Something from the past, a memory arises. You recall your sankalpa. And you sense at this time it's important to put your heartfelt desire into the waters. So at this time you repeat your sankalpa into the reflecting pool 3 times. As you continue to stare into the waters, they shimmer just slightly, and then they adjust themselves. And there in the water, in the mirror-like surface itself, you see a face reflected in your own. It's a much wiser and older being reflected there. This being is your spirit guide. You recognize this being intuitively with an inner knowing and intelligence. Take this time to ask your inner guide any questions. Take this time to ask this divine being if there's any knowledge they would like to pass on to you. Take this time to be with your guide, commune with your guide, rest and rejuvenate in the waters, in the bliss of Yoga Nidra. Now taking the time to thank your guide for their wisdom, for their presence, for their manifestation. Give thanks and gratitude. And know that your prayers have been received. Slowly beginning to depart from the reflecting pool. The back of the room, you see a second door. You walk to the door and you insert the key. Stepping through the door, close it behind you, reinsert the key, and with a click, it locks safely and sliding the pocket key back into your breast pocket. Before you see now, you're standing on the side of the mountain, and lightly you step off the mountain and begin to take flight. Rising into the blue sky, you see that it is dawn now. A new day has arisen. And flying towards the sun, out over the great ocean. Behind you, the mountain fades. In front of you, you see the shoreline once again. And there, those golden fields. And lying there, safely and happy, is the body. Feel your awareness coming back into your body. Begin to integrate your awareness back into your body. Drawing your awareness into the 5 centers. Begin to externalize your awareness and see the room around you with your mind's eye. Take the sounds and impressions through the skin, in the ear, sensation on the tongue, and inner seeing with the eyes, and smelling the room with your nose. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, integrating body, mind, and prana. And as you're ready, when you're ready, gently roll over to your right hand side, refreshed to greet the day anew. Slowly pressing yourself up into a simple cross-legged position. In gratitude for the practice of Yoga Nidra. In gratitude for you coming today. In gratitude for you practicing today. And in gratitude for one another. So we'll close today's practice chanting lightly Om sound. Inhale. So as part of your self-care, take the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes or so. If you'd like to remain in noble silence, please feel free to do so. This is a good time if you feel called to write down any notes or insights or questions from today's practice. If you don't feel called to externalize the mind in that way, just rest in the inner silence and the effects of the Yoga Nidra on the body. And we look forward to working with you in the next section of the course. Om Tat Sat.